About Oprah is who knows what to expect. She's done everything beyond all of our expectations. So everything she's done is beyond our expectations.
Denzel Washington and Oprah Winfrey, two legends in their own right, found themselves in a moment that had everyone buzzing. During what started as a routine conversation, Denzel made a bold statement that left Oprah visibly stunned. The exchange quickly turned into a fiery dialogue that no one saw coming. Was it a clash of perspectives or a meeting of great minds? The truth behind this electrifying encounter is unforgettable. The accusations begin with Taraji P. Henson. Taraji P. Henson is a super talented actress who has worked incredibly hard to get where she is today. She's been in lots of famous movies and shows like Baby Boy, Hustle and Flow, and Empire. But even though she's amazing at what she does, she's faced some tough challenges, especially when it comes to money. One of the biggest things Taraji talked about was how she didn't always get paid fairly for all the hard work she put in. She once shared a heartbreaking story about her role in the movie The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. She did an amazing job and earned lots of praise, but she received much less money than her white co-stars. In fact, she even had to pay for her own place to stay while filming. That was tough for her because it felt like the people in charge didn't value her as much as they should have, even though she worked so hard and gave so much to her role. She was really frustrated and sad about it, but she didn't want to just complain. She wanted to speak out because she felt like it was important for others to know what was happening. Taraji's story got a lot of attention because, when she spoke out, she wasn't the only one with these kinds of experiences. Other black actresses also began sharing their stories, saying they had felt the same way, underpaid, undervalued, and treated unfairly. This led to some big stars like Denzel Washington and 50 Cent also stepping up to talk about the problem. They said some things that made Oprah Winfrey, one of the most famous women in TV, feel nervous because people started to see just how serious this issue was. Oprah, who had hired Taraji for one of her movies, came under a lot of pressure as more people joined the conversation about how black actresses were being treated in Hollywood. So what's the big deal about all this? Well, when someone like Taraji, who's worked so hard and done such amazing things, is treated unfairly, it makes people stop and think about how others might be treated the same way. It brings attention to a bigger problem in the entertainment industry: the way black people, especially black women, have been paid less or not recognized as much for their hard work. Taraji's story is important because it shows us that even someone as successful as her had to fight for what she deserved. Before Taraji became famous, she had a pretty tough journey. She went to college at Howard University, where she worked hard to make her dream of being an actress come true. She even had to take jobs like being a secretary at the Pentagon and singing on a cruise ship just to pay the bills. Eventually, she moved to Los Angeles with just $700 in her pocket and her son by her side, hoping for a chance to make it in the world of acting. Her big break came in 2001 when she got a role in Baby Boy with Tyrese Gibson, and after that, she started getting more and more opportunities in Hollywood. Her success didn't stop there. She starred in Hustle and Flow, a film that earned her a lot of praise, and later she was nominated for an Academy Award for her role in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Even with all of these accomplishments, she faced challenges because of the way the industry treated her because of her race. In interviews, she has openly talked about the emotional toll that this underpayment and discrimination took on her. She said it was hard to stay positive when she knew her work was worth so much more than what she was getting paid. Still, she didn't want to feel sorry for herself. She felt it was important to speak out to make things better for others, especially for future generations of black actresses. Another huge moment for Taraji came when she got the role of Cookie Lyon on the hit TV show Empire. Cookie became an iconic character known for being bold, tough, and fiercely loyal. Taraji's performance earned her a Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Television Series in 2016. While the show's success brought her even more attention, it didn't change the fact that she continued to fight for pay equity. She was frustrated that even though her character was so important to the show's popularity, she still wasn't getting paid as much as other people working on the show. In her memoir, Around the Way Girl, Taraji shared some of these struggles in more detail. She talked about how it sometimes felt like no matter how hard she worked, she was still overlooked or underpaid. But rather than let that stop her, she used her experiences to push for change. She hopes that by speaking out about these issues, she can help make sure future generations of Black actresses are treated fairly, with the same respect and pay as anyone else. The alleged feud with Oprah. Rumors of tension between Oprah Winfrey and Taraji P. Henson during the production of The Color Purple have sparked a wave of speculation. Oprah served as a producer on the 2023 adaptation, while Henson stepped into the iconic role of Shug Avery. Despite their shared passion for the project, reports suggest not everything ran smoothly behind the scenes. Henson reportedly raised concerns about working conditions, particularly regarding safety and transportation. Cast members were expected to drive themselves to the set in rental cars, which Henson viewed as a potential safety hazard given the high crime rates in the area. When she requested a driver or additional security, she was told this wouldn't be possible without extending the same accommodations to the entire cast. Henson believed her request was reasonable under the circumstances, but the response left her feeling unsupported. Her comments ignited speculation that she might have been indirectly critiquing Oprah's leadership. The rumors gained traction when fans noticed what they interpreted as limited interaction and perceived tension between the two during press events, such as their appearance at the Empire State Building lighting ceremony. Observers analyzed their body language, with some claiming it suggested discomfort or distance. Oprah addressed these rumors during a red carpet interview at the Golden Globes. She firmly denied any conflict with Henson and clarified that logistical decisions, such as transportation and security, were made by Warner Brothers, not her. Oprah emphasized that whenever she became aware of an issue, she stepped in to help however she could. She attributed any awkwardness during their public appearances to external factors like fatigue and cold weather. Despite Oprah's reassurances, additional reports emerged suggesting Henson had expressed dissatisfaction with other aspects of the production, including pay disparities. Despite playing a central role as Shug Avery, Henson reportedly felt her compensation did not reflect her contribution to the film. This echoed broader concerns she has raised in the past about the treatment of Black actresses in Hollywood. Henson's frustrations seem to highlight deeper systemic issues in the industry, where safety concerns, pay inequity, and logistical oversights disproportionately affect Black actresses. Her decision to voice these concerns aligns with her history of advocating for fairness and representation. By addressing these challenges, Henson has reignited conversations about the need for systemic change in Hollywood. Oprah's immense influence and status as a trailblazer for Black women add complexity to the situation. While she reiterated her commitment to inclusivity and fairness, the tension, whether real or exaggerated, has drawn attention to the challenges of navigating power dynamics within the entertainment industry. Henson's willingness to speak out reflects her dedication to advocating for equity, even at the risk of professional backlash. The controversy surrounding The Color Purple may have stemmed from misunderstandings, logistical challenges, or even media exaggeration. Yet it underscores a larger narrative about fairness, safety, and the ongoing fight for equity in Hollywood. Previous conflicts with Oprah. Actress and comedian Mo'Nique hasn't been one to hold back, especially when it comes to calling out Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, and Tyler Perry. She's been vocal about what she sees as their lack of support during some of her most challenging career moments. In particular, Mo'Nique accused Oprah of actions that felt like an emotional betrayal, claiming the media mogul perpetuated systemic inequities rather than addressing them. Speaking out against someone as powerful as Oprah came with consequences. Mo'Nique faced significant professional backlash, showing just how risky it is to challenge Oprah's towering influence in Hollywood. Then there's Toni Braxton, who also had a difficult encounter with Oprah. While her approach was quieter than Mo'Nique's, Braxton opened up about how a guest appearance on Oprah's show left her feeling judged during a vulnerable time in her life. Braxton had gone through public bankruptcy and hoped for understanding, but instead walked away feeling unsupported. Although she didn't turn it into a public feud, Braxton later admitted that the experience made her wary of Oprah. Her story highlights how Oprah's critiques, or even perceived dismissals, can leave a lasting impact, discouraging others from speaking out for fear of further scrutiny or backlash. Recently, Taraji P. Henson brought fresh attention to these conversations when she shared her experiences with systemic inequities in Hollywood. Henson discussed feeling undervalued and underpaid for her role in The Color Purple. Her willingness to shine a light on these issues, despite knowing it could come at a personal cost, underscores the unique challenges Black women face in the industry. They often must navigate a delicate balance between remaining loyal to their community and calling out injustices. Taraji's courage could spark change, inspiring others in Hollywood to speak up and demand fair treatment, pay, and safety. What's particularly fascinating about Oprah Winfrey is her ability to avoid tabloid scandals and gossip, a rarity for someone of her stature. It's not that the public isn't curious about her personal life or choices. Rather, it's a testament to the immense respect she commands. Oprah's influence and goodwill are so strong that even minor controversies could trigger serious backlash or, in some cases, legal action. This unique level of cultural power creates both admiration and caution around her name. One figure who has become a steadfast advocate for equity and respect in Hollywood is Denzel Washington. Unlike Oprah, whose actions have sometimes been criticized, Denzel's reputation is built on his unwavering commitment to fairness and opportunity for Black artists. He's not just an acclaimed actor, but a leader who has long fought against systemic racism in entertainment. Denzel's advocacy isn't just theoretical, it's deeply personal. One of the most well-known examples is his relationship with the late Chadwick Boseman. When a young Chadwick couldn't afford to attend the prestigious British American Drama Academy, Denzel stepped in and paid his tuition. Boseman would go on to credit this act of generosity as pivotal in shaping his career, and he never missed an opportunity to publicly thank Denzel for his kindness. This moment epitomizes Denzel's belief in mentorship and the power of creating opportunities for the next generation. Throughout his career, Denzel has worked with Black filmmakers like Spike Lee, Antoine Fuqua, and Ava DuVernay, using his platform to amplify authentic Black stories. Films like Malcolm X and He Got Game not only cemented his legendary status as an actor, but also brought important narratives about Black identity, history, and resilience to the forefront. By consistently collaborating with Black directors, writers, and producers, Denzel has ensured that Black voices and perspectives are not just represented but celebrated. During the production of Fences, a project close to Denzel's heart, he made it a priority to create a fair and supportive environment. As both director and star of the film, he ensured his co-stars, including Viola Davis, were paid fairly. Viola, who won an Academy Award for her performance, has often praised Denzel for his leadership and dedication to uplifting Black artists. Denzel's impact extends far beyond Hollywood. He's been a longtime advocate for education, consistently supporting organizations like the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, which he credits with helping shape his formative years. As the group's national spokesperson, Denzel has provided not only financial backing but also mentorship and visibility for young people in underserved communities. His commitment to education also includes significant contributions to historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs. Denzel has funded scholarships that help underprivileged students achieve their dreams, ensuring that more diverse talent has a chance to flourish in the performing arts. He and his wife, Pauletta, are particularly passionate about increasing access to arts education, providing scholarships for students at institutions like the American Conservatory Theater. In addition to education, the Washingtons have focused their philanthropy on health-related initiatives, particularly those addressing cancer and mental health awareness. Their quiet activism and generosity have positively impacted countless lives, making a difference not just in Hollywood, but across communities. Recently, Denzel addressed the allegations surrounding Taraji P. Henson's claims of being underpaid for the color purple. Reports suggest that he offered his support to Henson, using her experience as an example of the broader systemic inequities Black artists face in Hollywood. Denzel also reportedly called out Oprah for her failure to adequately compensate Henson, arguing that such actions perpetuate the very discrimination Oprah has spoken against throughout her career. But Denzel's critique isn't about tearing anyone down. Instead, it's rooted in his belief that individuals who've broken barriers, like Oprah, have a unique responsibility to lead the charge for change. He has often emphasized that actions speak louder than words. For Denzel, creating a more equitable industry isn't just a talking point, it's a lifelong mission. He continues to challenge the Hollywood status quo, ensuring that Black artists are not just seen but truly valued and respected. Washington's critique of Oprah. Denzel Washington and 50 Cent have both raised eyebrows with their pointed criticisms of Oprah Winfrey, calling out what they see as a lack of consistent support for Black artists in Hollywood. Washington, known for his thoughtful approach to tough conversations, reportedly feels Oprah hasn't done enough to dismantle systemic racism in the entertainment industry. While Oprah has long been celebrated for promoting diverse voices, Washington argues her efforts sometimes fall short. The debate gets even more heated when it comes to pay disparities for Black women in Hollywood. Washington has been vocal about his belief that talent should dictate paychecks, not race. He's hinted that figures like Oprah, with her massive influence, have a responsibility to lead the charge against these long-standing inequities. Enter 50 Cent. The rapper and entrepreneur, never one to mince words, has joined the conversation, reigniting his long-standing grievances with Oprah. For years, 50 Cent has accused her of favoring white or more commercially safe artists over Black creatives, particularly those from hip-hop culture. His comments highlight what he sees as a frustrating contradiction. Oprah is a trailblazer for Black representation, yet in his view her lack of engagement with hip-hop undermines her broader advocacy for diversity. One of 50 Cent's biggest issues? Oprah's perceived disdain for hip-hop and urban culture. He's said she doesn't give enough credit to the cultural impact of hip-hop and instead focuses on figures like Dr. Phil or white celebrities. To him, this sends a message that the contributions of Black creators are undervalued in the spaces she controls. And this isn't just about him. 50 Cent has also spoken up for others who felt slighted, including comedian Monique. She famously accused Oprah and Tyler Perry of blackballing her after she brought attention to pay disparities and exploitation in the industry. For 50 Cent, Monique's story is just another example of the hurdles Black talent faces in Hollywood, and why influential figures like Oprah need to be held accountable. This isn't the first time 50 Cent has called Oprah out, but his recent remarks have struck a chord given the ongoing conversations about equity and representation. He's using his platform to amplify these issues, challenging not just Oprah but other powerful figures to take stronger stances against racism and exploitation in the industry. Washington and 50 Cent's critiques have sparked a much larger conversation. What responsibility do influential Black figures like Oprah have when it comes to addressing systemic inequalities? Should they be doing more? While Oprah's contributions to the entertainment world are undeniable, these criticisms serve as a reminder that even icons aren't above scrutiny. At the heart of these debates are deeper questions about the industry itself. Why are pay gaps and racial biases still so prevalent? And how can Hollywood truly create a fairer playing field for everyone? Figures like Washington and 50 Cent believe it starts with those in power stepping up and leading by example. For 50 Cent, this isn't just personal, it's about the future. He's been clear that his goal is to spark change, holding Hollywood's elites accountable for the disparities that continue to affect Black talent. While his approach is often bold and unapologetic, his message is one that resonates. It's time for the industry to do better. Meanwhile, Washington's approach is quieter but no less impactful. By calling out inconsistencies, he's shining a light on how much work still needs to be done. His hope, like 50 Cent's, is for a Hollywood where talent is celebrated and compensated fairly, regardless of race. Oprah has done a lot for representation, but as this debate shows, there's always room for reflection and growth. The criticisms from Washington and 50 Cent aren't just about pointing fingers, they're about pushing for meaningful change. And that's a conversation worth having. Denzel Washington's bold confrontation with Oprah has sparked deep conversations. What do you think about his actions? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more intriguing stories like this one.